Hey guys, it's me, Ben. I'm back, this time with an early look at Subnautica, which is currently in game preview on Xbox One. It's a game that's been out and about on PC since the late part of 2014, though I believe it's still in early access. And yeah, it's a cool idea, it's a cool premise. It's another one of those open world survival games, and you know, think DayZ, even like a bit like Minecraft in a way. There's definitely construction elements. But basically it's out for, I believe, a little bit under £20, maybe like $15.99, something like that on Xbox One. And the concept is, you know, you're a astronaut, space guy, your ship explodes over a planet, you crash in an escape pod into the sea, and basically it seems to be a water world, and yeah, that's what differentiates this. First of all, of course, being underwater, the environment is immediately more hostile. You have to manage your oxygen a lot more while you're doing your scavenging. And the early game, like in any survival experience, is all about scavenging, survival, getting to grips with what's going on and you know where you are, and you are thrown into the deep end, just like always in all these survival games. And you know, nothing really is explained to you. There's no real narrative, there's no real structure. It's just a case of get out there, poke around, prod things, see what happens, or you know, go online and find all the answers. But where's the fun in that? I think the biggest problem I had with this game is that it's technically, I mean, I think it looks lovely and the water effects are awesome, but it's got some frame rate issues and some hit detection issues, and it just feels a bit janky. Now, of course, this isn't a review, this is an early look, because the game is only in game preview at the moment on Xbox. So obviously these issues, I'm guessing, are going to be addressed by the developer, at least to their best abilities, and things will be tightened up and improved before it gets a full release. But yeah, at the moment I'm looking at some weird light that's sort of hovering over the sea. Clearly that shouldn't be there, and it looks weird. I don't know what's going on there. There's some definite weird jank about that. But hey, you know, sure, open world survival game, it's gonna have some oddities, and this is definitely one of them. You say I spent some time looking at this. I was very confused, but then I went back off to explore again. But you know, I love the concept, and I think it's the kind of game I love. On the underwater stuff, it means your visual palette is far more interesting. There's so much more variety and different sort of things to look at. Not necessarily a lot of things to do, but you can see the video footage I've captured here is early on, and I'm well on scavenging mode. I haven't even tried like construction and stuff like that yet. I'm still getting to grips with the game, and that's one of my issues with survival games, and it's not the fault of the genre. I just prefer a game with a bit of a structure and a bit of a narrative. There is a little bit of a narrative here about you know your ship that's crashed, which you might have seen a bit in the video before. That's going to explode, and you got to like prepare for that. And you got to explore it, and you got to build radiation suits and things like that. But it's all very sort of thin. I'm interested to see where it goes though. I've seen some footage from the PC version of this from a year or so ago, and it looked pretty cool with like the subs you can build. And there's a few different ways you can play this game. You can play it like full on survival mode, so you're dealing with like hunger and things like that and thirst, but then you can do it but you can still get hurt. And then there's a mode where you can get rid of the hunger and the thirst, but you're just doing like the health aspect. And then there's another mode which is just like free play, where you can just mess around and have loads of resources and build whatever you want. So that's cool that they give you options. The other thing I noticed, technical problems, were that the game takes forever to load up. But once you're in, I don't think I came across any other load screens. But like I said, it does have performance issues with frame rates and stuff like that. But I'm intrigued enough to want to keep an eye on this. I think it's, like I said, a fun concept. It dealing with tropes that you're quite familiar with at this point. This is me doing a lot of crafting, because guess what? It's a survival game, so you do a lot of crafting. But hey, I think it's worth keeping an eye on. I'm sure I'll come back and maybe have another look at this when the game is fully released. So those are my thoughts on Subnautica right now. Head over to bxbgames.co.uk for much more, especially with E3 just about around the corner.